Do you know one of the problems with a wrist injury? If you do push-ups with a wrist injury, your wrist never gets better. Ever. I've noticed that. Well, it makes sense. You're aggravating it every single day. And to the point now where I cannot, I have to focus on not opening a door, pushing a door with my left hand.
Do you want me to comment? Can I give notice of a change?
Yes, you can give notice of a change in a fundamental term of the employment agreement in British Columbia, in Alberta, in other provinces. Ontario's got a big wrinkle attached to it. But first, let's deal with the BCs and Albertas. So yes, if I want to, for example, fundamentally change duties and responsibilities for the employee, I have to give notice as the employer to the employee of the same duration that I would provide to that employee if I was terminating the employee. So let's say contractually the employee is entitled to 6 months under the contract. In all likelihood, I would be giving 6 months notice of that fundamental change of the duties. If the employee is not subject to an enforceable termination provision, then the common law would apply. And let's say, for example, that was a year. Well, then the employer can give 1 year's notice, advise that employee that effective a year from now, here's what's going to happen. And of course, the employee during that period of time can elect to look for alternative employment, which is fine, which is why you provide the notice. The difference in Ontario is that, yes, you can do the same thing. You can provide advance notification of the change. But in Ontario, because of a Court of Appeal decision some time ago, you also are required to advise that employee if you don't accept the change, then this notice period will constitute your working notice period where your employment will end. So in other words, you're advising the employee in Ontario, here's what we're going to do. We're going to change these terms. I know you're not going to like it. If you don't like it, this now constitutes your working notice of termination, or alternatively, you can provide a severance package that could include a lump sum right now. The point is, you have to talk about termination in Ontario, whereas in BC or Alberta, you don't have to combine it with a discussion about the awkwardness of termination like you do in Ontario. You can just say, effective this date, here's what the change is going to be. So it's less awkward, less, let's call it, challenging from a communication standpoint in some of the other provinces versus Ontario. Have you ever done line dancing?
No.
Are you ever going to?
No.